Hi everyone, it's me Rosemix, and on this video I will share to you how I apply at Publix. What will you expect during the interview? What are the questions that they asked you, of course, during the interview? How long you will wait for you to know if you are hired, and the time frame for your interview, and the documents you needed to bring. So let's start. Okay, so usually when you are applying, you will go online and then you will submit your application. So at Publix, before, they have a kiosk machine that you need to go to the store and then you will apply through their kiosk. Because I applied before last 2018, but now 2021, they don't have any kiosk at the store now. Okay, so you will do online for you to apply at Publix. So you need to go to apply.publix.job. Okay, so apply.publix.job. Okay, so usually you will go online, but what I did is I go to the store first. Okay, I go to the store first, and then I went to the customer service and I asked for available manager on duty that day. So luckily, there is a available manager that day that I talked to. So I talked to the manager. I asked, of course, I introduced myself. I said, "Hi, I'm Roselyn Campbell, and I just wanted to ask if you have a available position for a cake decorator or a bakery clerk." And I gave him my resume, my updated resume, and also I gave him my portfolio. Portfolio meaning, because I am a cake decorator on my previous job, and I took a photo of all the cakes that I designed. So what I did, I just print out some of the design that I made as a cake decorator. Okay, and then I gave that to the manager, my resume and then my portfolio, and then he looked at it, and then he said, "Okay, let's go to the bakery." So we went to the bakery, and the bakery manager is there, and the guy that I talked to is the store manager. Okay, and the store manager talked to the bakery manager, and he gave my resume at the same time my portfolio. And then the bakery manager said that, "Oh, this is really nice." So he checked all my cakes design, and then he said, "Oh, this is good, this is good, this is good." Okay, and then the store manager and then the bakery manager told me to apply online. Okay, apply.publix.job, and then they said once I already submitted my application, I need to call them for them to know that I already submitted my application. So they gave me the store manager phone number, at the same time the store number. Okay, because they said if you will apply through online and you will not encode the store number, meaning your application will go throughout the Publix store. Okay, and of course all of them will message you about the position. So if you will just apply for the specific store, they are the only one who can see your application, and also they can pull it out right away to check your application. So that's what I did. I went back home and then I applied online, and then I key in the store number, and I fill out the application. So there is a little bit problem on my application, because like what I've said, last 2018 I applied at Publix through kiosk. So I create an account, and I forgot what account. I forgot my email address that I use. I forgot the password that I use. So every time I key in my social security number, it keep on saying that your social security number is already in our system. So there is no way for me to submit my application, okay, because of my social security number. So what I did, since when I fill out the form, it's already like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, so the office is already closed. So what I did, I call the company. There is a number that will pop up on the screen for you to call them and inform them that you can't push through your application because of this reason. So I called them, and then I told them that every time I key in my social security number, it keep on saying that your social security number is already in our system, so I cannot apply. And then I mentioned to the lady that last 2018 I applied at Publix through kiosk, but I forgot my what email that I use, and then what password that I use. So the lady asked me, do you remember what is your email address? So I told her my email address, the email address that I'm always using. And then the lady said, no, that's not the email address that you used before. So I told her that I really forgot. I don't know what email address that I use. And then she asked me what is my address. And then I told her, because I remember 2018, we're living to the other city, and then we moved to the other city right now. So I told her that the address that I used before is this, okay? And then the lady said, okay, your address is correct. And then she gave me the email address that I use. So she said, okay, this is the email address that you use. And I said, oh, okay. So I used my daughter's email address that time. And then she said, do you still remember your password? And I said, no, I don't remember. So she said, okay, do you want me to reset your password? And I said, yes, please. So she reset my password to another password, and then she said, you can change that anytime you want. Okay, so after that, I go to the application again, online application, and I key in the email address and then the password that she gave me, and it worked. So I fill out the information, personal information, your full name, your address, your contact number, and I'm no longer needed to key in my social security number because it's already saved in their system, and I use my account before. And then I just updated my contact information, and then after that, my availability, the time, the days that I am available to work, and there are 3 stages that you need to undergo to finish your application. The first, of course, the first is all basic information about you. That is so easy. And then the second stage, there are questions that you need to answerable by agree, disagree, highly agree, something like that. And the third, there are questions answerable by effective, not effective, something like that. Okay? And I think there's no wrong or right answer because it's on you how you handle the situation as an associate or as a member or a customer, and then about the company, something like that. Okay, and then after that, you will submit your application. So I already submit my application, and then I called the the store manager. And then I told him that I already submitted my application. And then he said, okay, I will pull out your application. And then after that, so that is the first day. I went to the store, and then what do you call this? I submit my application. It took a while because I have a problem for my social security number. And then the store manager called me, and then he said I need to go the next day for my interview. So on my interview, the cake decorator manager and the store manager is there. And then the store manager asked me, okay, first, can you tell me about yourself? So I tell him about myself. And then he said, okay, so you are a cake decorator before? And said yes. And then he said, okay, so let's say in a half sheet of cake, how long you can design the half sheet? And then I told him that it depends on the design. It depends on the design of the cake, but I can do 10 minutes or so. Then he said, okay. And then he told me about my availability, because I write down my availability time is at night, okay? Because my husband is working in the morning, and we have a daughter, and then I cannot work in the morning because one of us need to take care of our daughter. So if my husband working in the morning, I need to work at night, okay? So he will take care of the nurse and vice versa. And then the manager said, okay, but if your husband is off, can you work in the morning? And then I said, definitely I can work in the morning. Whatever schedule you will give me, I can work out with that, as long as one of us is off to take care of our daughter. And then he said, okay. And then so the cake decorator manager told me that the cake decorator works in the morning because all the cakes must be done in the morning. And then I said, okay. So I understand that, because my previous job, that's the problem also. All the cake decorator needs to work in the morning. So I said, okay, I understand. And then the store manager said, if you want, I can give you the position as a bakery clerk. And then I told him that, okay, that is fine with me, because I am not picky when it comes to work or when it comes to job. Whatever you give it to me, I can do that, as long as someone will train me or someone will teach me how to do it at first. And then the rest, I can take it from there, okay? And then he said, okay, that's good. And then he told me the job description of as a bakery clerk. But he told me that it doesn't mean that you are a bakery clerk, you will no longer design a cake. You can still design your cake. So let's say your husband is off, so you can work in the morning, so you can design a cake. And then I said, okay, that's good. And then he asked me what is my pay rate to my previous employer. And then I told him my pay rate. And then he said that, oh, I cannot give you that rate. And then he went outside and then checked something. And then he went back, and then he said, I cannot give you exactly your pay rate, but I can give you this if you wanted. So I told him that, okay. It's fine with me. It's not that a big gap from my previous rate, so it's okay. And then he explained to me that every 6 months we have a raise, so that's fine. Because on my first job, my pay rate is only like this. And then when I worked to my second job, it increased. And then this one, it's not that low to my previous rate, so it's okay. And then every 6 months there's a raise, so why not? Yeah. And then so after that, the cake decorator manager told me, okay, so I will give you a list of job that you need to do that you can, if you can finish. And then I said, okay. So that's it. So that is the interview. And then after that, I waited for 2 days, and then he told me to come back for my test, like decorating test. So because they wanted to see how I design a cake. So honestly, I am nervous. I am so nervous. I am shaking when I'm decorating the cake, when I'm frosting the cake. I am shaking. So when I went there, I make sure that I asked for the hairnet, and then I asked for the apron, and then I asked where's the sink so I can wash my hands, because those three are very important, because they are not only looking for how you design a cake, but they're also looking how clean you are. Okay, so don't forget those three. And then so the cake manager gave me a 8 inches round cake. So I base it, and then after I base it, she said, okay, can you do me a flower? Can you do me a flowers? Which is that is my worst enemy. Flowers. Oh my gosh. You know, my mentor Doris, she taught me a lot. Thank you, Doris. Special mention to you. Okay. Doris taught me a lot how to do a rose. And also Michelle, my co-associate before, taught me how to do the rose. But I don't know why. I can't get it, you know. I've been working for almost a year on my previous job as a cake decorator, but I can't do it. I can't do it the rose. That is my very worst enemy. So what can I do? The cake manager told me to do the rose, so I did the rose like what Doris taught me, the circle rose. So I did that, and then the cake decorator said, okay, can you do a balloons? So I did the balloons. Then after that, she said, can you write happy? So I write a happy. Then after that, the cake manager showed me how to do the rose. And then she said, okay, I will do the rose and I will check if you can follow. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, blah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So even though she taught me how, it's so hard for me to follow, because Doris teaching me how to do rose, the same thing the cake manager showing me how to do it, but I don't know, it's so hard for me. So I did not do it correctly. And then the cake manager called the store manager and then assistant store manager, and then she said, okay, this is the cakes that she did, these are the roses, this is the balloons, this is her handwriting, and then this is the rose that I did, and then this is hers. And then the store manager said, okay, so what do you think? So the cake manager said, it's okay, but she really needs to follow the Publix standard. Okay, the Publix standard, because Publix standards is different, completely different from my previous job, as in totally different. Their icing, I think they are making their icing, but on my previous job, we just order the icing. It's bucket by bucket, and then the colored icing is bucket by bucket. But them, I think they are mixing it. So that makes me more nervous, because I am not really good when it comes to mixing colors to make it, you know, to make it red, to make it blue. I'm not good with that, but I think they will teach me how, you know. So after that, I feel bad, because the store manager told me that, okay, so let's go back to the office. So after that, when we are walking, the store manager said, "Are you nervous?" And I said, "Oh yes, I'm so nervous. I am shaking. I can't do it right because I am shaking." And then the store manager said, "I understand how you feel because it's your first time, you know." And then I said yes. So we went to the office, and then he discussed to me about my schedule. Not totally my schedule because my availability is in the afternoon. And then he explained it to me again that all cake decorators should need to work in the morning. But since I can only work in the afternoon, they can give me the bakery clerk position. And then he told me the rate again, and then he said, "Okay, so just wait for a call for you to come back to do your paperwork." And then so he got a paper, and then he write my rate, and then my name is there. And then he said, "Okay, just wait for the call for your paperwork." So he did not say I am hired or whatever, but I think I am hired. I think I'm hired. So, yep, that's it. They did not ask me anything else about the interview, you know, basic stuff about cake decorator or something. So now I am waiting for the call to do the paperwork. So I will do a separate video for that. What the documents, what's the process or whatever. So yep. So thank you for watching. I hope I give you some ideas how you will apply at Publix as a cake decorator or a bakery clerk, and what are the questions they will ask for you for the interview, so you will have an idea and what you need to bring. So if you are a cake decorator and you wanted to apply as a cake decorator or bakery clerk, and make sure that you have a portfolio together with your resume, so that they can see it, how you work, how you design a cake. So yeah. So yeah, you can go to the store first, do what I did, ask for the manager, talk to them, if they are hiring, and then yeah, that's the time that you will apply online, and then ask for their contact number and for the store number. Okay, so I will keep you posted about my career, what will happen. And if you have any questions, clarifications, just feel free to comment on my video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.